Once you have clicked on Explore Auth, you will get into this page where you can manage the settings of the authentication and the users that you have added. You will see on the left various different menus. The first one is Users, where you can see all the users that you have. And then there are other different menus in the configuration page. For instance, you have got Policy, where you can control who can sign up and how to refresh tokens are handled. Then you have got the sign-in providers, where you can turn on email, password, phone, or auth providers, like for instance, Google or GitHub. You have got sessions down here, where you can configure the session length, refresh token behavior, and auto sign out timing. You have got rate limits, you have got emails. Emails is another important settings where you can customize the content and sender of confirmation, reset password, and invite emails. And then you have got various other different settings that you can explore. For this prototype so far, we just need to set up three different menus: the sign-in providers, the sessions, and the emails. The settings in the sign-in menu are quite straightforward. The first one is to allow new users to sign up, and we want to enable it so that our users can actually sign up on our page. The second settings is whether we want to allow manual linking. This means that if users use the different sign-up methods on our website, then we can use APIs to connect these two sign-up methods together. The third setting is about allow anonymous sign-ins. This can be useful if we want to allow users to try up our prototype without actually specify their information. And the last one is confirm email, meaning that users will need to confirm their email address before signing in for the first time. And we want to enable this. So we have two settings that are now enabled: allow new users to sign up and confirm email. Now we can also choose what kind of auth providers, or meaning that how we want to allow our users to sign up on our platforms. So far, the only one that is enabled is email, and it's fine. I may want to enable also a phone provider. And if so, I'll have to connect it to my account of an SMS provider, like for instance, Twilio. Now let's deselect it and let's check the other ones. We can enable it for GitHub, and then I can add my client ID and client secret. If you are creating it right now, you can go to the website on GitHub, github.com/settings/developers. You will land on this page and you can click on New or Auth app. So you can create the new authentication and get the information that you needed. You will have to create an application name. In this case, I will call it the same way as as the app that I created. You will have to add your homepage URL, and you can go back to your landing page. You can copy it and you can paste it there. You can add a description if you want, and then authorization callback URL. You will get this one again from Supabase. Here it is. You can copy it and paste it into the GitHub page. Enable device flow is an advanced setting that you don't have to care right now for this scope. And you can click on Register Application. Once you have done this, you can copy the client ID, you can paste it into Supabase, and you can generate a new client secret. After you have confirmed your account and generated the client secret, you can go back to Supabase, you can paste the client secret into the box, and you can save it. You will see that now GitHub is enabled, and you can do the same process for other providers. For example, for Google, you can enable sign in with Google, And then go to the website console.cloud.google.com/API/credentials. From here, you can create new credentials. You can choose OAuth client ID. And then you can choose application type, web application, which is what you need. You can give a name. In authorized JavaScript origins, you can add the URL of your website. So you can copy it from your website and paste it here. And from authorized redirect URIs, you can add the callback URL from Supabase. So copy it, paste it into the box, and then you can create it. After creating it, you will have a client ID and client secret that you can paste into Supabase and you can save. And here, the Google Auth provider is enabled. Next, you may want to set up the sessions, and here you can define how to handle, for instance, refresh tokens and user sessions. The first setting is detect and revoke compromised refresh tokens. We want to leave it on so that it prevents stolen tokens from being reused. And the second refresh token reuse interval is by default 10 seconds. We can leave it like that. It means that if the same token is reused within 10 seconds, that is considered suspicious behavior, and Supabase will revoke it. The other settings under user sessions have to be can be used only if upgraded to Pro. So let's leave them like this and let's move on to emails. This is the menu where we can confirm what kind of emails users are going to receive when they have to confirm the sign up, when we invite a user with a magic link, when they change email address, when they reset password, and when they try to re-authenticate. You can customize the text that is written down here, or you can leave it as the default setting for the trial right now. Once you have finished with the settings, now everything is ready for your authentication and you just have to add it up in your project, in your front-end website. How to do it? Basically, what we want to do is that we want to let our front-end website to talk with our Supabase database so that they can exchange data. For this, we need two different things. We need the URL of our Supabase project, and we need our API key so that it can talk to the project, so that our front-end website can talk to the project. You can both find them in project settings. If you go to project settings, you will see that there is a project ID. Copy this. You will need it because your Supabase URL is basically your project ID .supabase.co. As we said before, the other thing that you need is your API key. You can find it by clicking API key and copying that. Remember not to share it as it is private. What to do with the API key? Well, I am coding locally and I am deploying on Vercel Cloud. So I will have to store it in two places, in secrets.env for my local project, and also store it as an environment variable on Vercel. In both cases, I can create a variable called, for instance, next underscore public underscore supabase underscore anon underscore key equals, and then paste my key over here. To add the API key as an environment variable on Vercel, go to your Vercel page on vercel.com/the name of your page and select the page of the project that you want to set up. Once you are there, from Overview, change to Settings, and then if you scroll down, you see that you will see Environment and Environment Variables. From here, you can choose the client key and paste the key, the name of the key that you defined before, and you can add the value. After saving, you will see that it has been added as a variable, as an environment variable on Vercel. Once you have got your Supabase project ID and you have got your API key from Supabase, you can add them to your project and you can get the support of an AI coding assistant to do that. For instance, I am using Cursor and I'm using as an AI assistant Codex. So I have enabled the Codex extension on Cursor and I'm going to write the prompt. For instance, I'm telling now to Cursor that I need to set up authentication in my project using Supabase. My project URL is, and then paste your project URL that you defined before. And then the anon key is already stored in secrets.env and has been added as next underscore public underscore Supabase underscore anon key in the Vercel environment variables. Please connect the project to Supabase Auth so users can sign up with email and password, log in with email and password, log in with OAuth, Google/GitHub, and stay logged in across sessions. So this is the prompt. Let's try to send it using GPT-5 Codex High and give the agent full access. And let's see if Codex can actually implement it properly. After some time, Codex had finished coding the new page with the backend and the authentication integrated. Now, it looked good, but actually when I tried to deploy it on Vercel, then I ran into some errors. I didn't really understand what the error was about, and so I copied and I pasted into the assistant to get some explanation. Now, the assistant, basically Codex, explained to me that a problem was that I had uploaded the environment variables on Vercel, but I didn't deploy them properly for production. What does it mean? Basically, when we are here on Vercel website and we add a new environment variable, then a pop-up will come up on the bottom right that says redeploy for production. So after I clicked there and I basically redeploy it, then I could go to my terminal and deploy the project again. And after some time, hear that it worked. So let's see what is the final website. So we can see that the website looks exactly the same, but on the menu on the right, there is the option to sign in or to create an account, which is what I wanted. However, the logic was not exactly what I wanted because users can still browse all the pages even if they are not logged in or if they don't have an account. What I want is that they are able to browse almost all the pages, but when they click here and they click on Start Journey and they interact with my AI assistant, then at that point they should not be able to do it unless they have an account. I asked exactly that, and now Codex is working to finalize the new edit. Finally, after some time of work and after some additional troubleshooting, Codex has finished to work, and I could deploy the app correctly on Vercel. So let's take a look at the final product. When we land on the main page, everything looks normal as it used to be before. There is still the normal page and there is a menu on the top right where it is possible to sign in. I am still able to go through most of the website, but if I click on Start Journey, then it will tell me that I need to sign in so that I can start a coaching session. Now, I can sign in with my email or I can uh, create a new account. Now, I have already created an account for myself, so I can add my account and my password, and I can sign in. And here it is. After signing in, I can finally start coaching with the AI coach. First time that I signed up, I received an email from Supabase that asked me to confirm my email address by clicking the link. Let's also go back to the Supabase project, here it is, and let's check what changed. In the menu Authentication, we can see that now there is one user, that is myself, that signed up and have an account. Eventually, we can also add additional users. We can either send an invitation or we can create a new user by adding manually their email address and their user password.